So today we're going to look at percent yield. Stoichiometry gives you a theoretical yield. In other words, it's the optimum amount of what you can make. But it's really difficult to go in the lab and obtain the theoretical yield. When you use measuring devices, some of the stuff always gets left behind in the measuring devices. Sometimes we're not as careful as we mean to be, and a little gets spilled, or we react too fast and it bubbles over. All kinds of craziness can happen in the lab. And so what we get is actually called the lab yield or the actual yield. To calculate the percent yield is equal to the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield times 100. By the way, this is exactly how your grade is calculated. And so it's what you actually get on the test over the theoretical possibility of what all the points add up to be. And so we do find the theoretical yield using a stoichiometry problem. So again, the only thing we're doing new is applying this formula that the percent yield is equal to the actual yield divided by the theoretical, and then you do have to change it to percent by multiplying by 100. So here is a problem. We have 52.3 grams of calcium carbonate decomposing to calcium oxide in the laboratory. And so you're going to have calcium carbonate breaking down to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The 20 grams that's given to you in the problem is an actual yield because it says in the laboratory or you actually make. It'll be wording and phrases like that that will just send beacons to you. Notice it is also always a product. In the limiting reactant problems, the two numbers given to you were reactants. This one, one of the numbers given to you is a product. That makes it cannot be a limiting reactant problem because, again, one of the values is a product. So you're starting off with 52.3 grams of calcium carbonate, and you need to figure out how many grams of carbon dioxide could theoretically be made from that, or optimally. So again, theoretical and the optimum is the answer here, or is the theo here. And so we get 52.3 grams of calcium carbonate. I need to cancel my grams of calcium carbonate, so I'm going to use molar mass. 1 mole of calcium carbonate weighs 100.1 grams. So now I'm ready to use mole ratio. 1 mole of calcium carbonate is equal to 1 mole of carbon dioxide. And now 1 mole of carbon dioxide weighs 44 grams. So on my calculator, I'm taking 52.3 times 44, dividing it by 100.1, and I get 23.0 grams CO2. So now I'm ready to find the percent yield. My actual 20 divided by 23 gives me this value, and then I change it to percent, 3 sigs, 87.0%. That finishes and completes this unit. So I'm going to give you some percent yield assignment today, and then we'll be looking at a practice test and then a test. So that's what's coming down the pike the next few sessions.